Welcome to the panel again. Now, my next question goes to Steve. Now, Steve, where will you rate West Coast Eagles, their performance and how they went about last year, and which players really did disappoint you?
I wouldn't have... Last year wasn't as bad as what a lot of the supporters made out, but it wasn't that great either. Like, Nic Nat really screwed us. Vardy, I think I love him. The bloke goes out there, he plays his heart out every week. Drew Petrie, didn't want him. Will not deny it. Made me eat my words. The guy played his heart out. He was brilliant for what we needed him for. Take my hat off to him. LeCras, as we just covered, like, he disappointed me big time. Like, I expect so much more from Mark LeCras, and he didn't deliver. Masten, I think, his disposal efficiency and everything is brilliant, but when he gets under pressure, he's like a deer in the headlights, and he seems to panic. If he had that footy smarts, he would be brilliant. He can run all day, his kicking is brilliant, but he panics and he doesn't, it's just bang someone under pressure, we're in the shit. There was one game in the first quarter, I can't remember who it was against, he got done 2 or 3 times for holding the ball, just in the first quarter alone. And it's like, he got the ball, he panicked, he was gone.
It wasn't the derby, was it? The second derby?
I can't remember, Dylan, to be honest.
It wasn't.
It was
a derby.
Because I remember.
Yeah.
He was outdone by a couple of those times, I reckon. And one, he got carried over the boundary line. You know, he got carried over the boundary line in one of those, and that shouldn't have even been holding the ball. And the other decision, he was given a hospital. So I think, you know, he needs to get back. If he could get back to his, I think it was probably 2015 or 2016 form, he'd be outstanding in the middle. I think he just needs to. I think it's confidence, Tom. You know, I think he needs to. As an athlete, he's fine. But it's all about confidence, and it's all about, I think, where you get your possessions, how much congestion you get your possessions in, and then how free you can get. If he's out in the clear, he'll always hit his player on the lead because he's a beautiful kick. But, you know, I think players that did disappoint me last year, Weller's disappointed me because he's a good player and his disposal was shit, I thought, last year. And that's unfortunate. You know, LeCras we already touched on. Not too many other players I thought were disappointing. I was more disappointed that guys like Schofield perhaps didn't get a run on the wing, which is where I would have been playing him for probably the last 3 or 4 years.
I got with Masten, I think he gets lost when he's in the middle. When I see him, he looks like he's running around like a deer in headlights, like you say. Yeah. He's running around, he's like, oh, who do I pick up? Who do I pick up? And he's a whipping boy, unfortunately. His disposal ain't as bad as what everyone thinks it is, because it was at 81% before he got dropped. But the guy that really disappointed me, and he got a game every week like LeCras, was Cripps. Now, he got kept in the game because of his defensive pressure, which is cool. But as a forward, you're there to kick goals as well. And he kicked less goals than LeCras. You know, he might have been a couple of games here where he kicked up 3 or 4 goals, but the games were already in the winning balance, where he already had won the games, and he pops up and kicks a couple of goals, cheapies. And he was another one that was probably keeping the game because of his name. But again, it probably comes down to the people underneath not pushing up enough. So he was one of the guys most disappointing for me. There was another one, but I've just forgotten who it was now. He was in the back line for a while. But
Yep.
Yeah, well, just touching on the initial question, the year on a whole, like we all talk about Natanui and then Kennedy being out for so long and Lysett the backup ruckman, but I found what's not talked about and people outside the Eagle circle don't know is it was our depth players. That's what I thought really hurt us. Rioli out, Waterman out, Watson out, Venables out. These are the players that could come in and fill these roles. They're out. It makes a huge difference. And with touching more on Masten, what we brought up, I find with Masten, I don't like him anywhere near the back line. That's like what you were saying. That's who he plays in the middle and he's a link player. But I found they were playing him in the back line a lot, and that's where I think the deer in the headlights term was used. And it's true. He's an endurance runner, so why is he not... Basically, do not go in defensive 50. Stay on the half-back, midfield wings, and you run. His endurance, he can run all day. That's his asset, play to that. So
Jetta was another probably disappointment because everyone expects so much of him.
Yeah.
So, but he just got to get confidence. And I found a lot, when you're at the games, you probably don't see it on TV, but a lot of guys, they look towards him and then they look another way and kick somewhere. So I don't know if it's confidence from the players in him or vice versa. But if he can get on the ball and run and link like he can, he's going to be a massive plus.
Now let's be honest. We lost what, 6, 7 games under 12 points.
Yeah.
We won 12 games. Put those all up. Up to 15, 16 games. You're in the top 4. Like, we had injuries. No Nat Nui. He makes us a 3 or 4 goal better side every week that he goes out there because it's just the confidence that he brings.
Now, from what I gather, there's a lot of expectation for Nic Nat when he comes back, and I hope he can live to that expectation when he comes back. Thank you so much, guys, and I hope, the year will be as we are thinking.